Welcome to the Business Power Hour with Lisa and the Music Man. Live from Studio C at media stations in Bohemia, New York.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Lisa and the Music Man. Lisa is that lovely young lady sitting over there somewhere to either on my left or right. I can't tell anymore because she's
and then we
on the
have
internet.
Norman
And
on
then we
my
have me.
side. Yeah.
What side am I on? Right side? I'm in the middle. I'm in
That
the middle.
side.
The middle side. I'm in the middle side.
I've got eye contact with you. That's all I need.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. We have a great show tonight. We have a very healthy show tonight, and to match just perfectly health, we have a lovely blonde young lady whose name is Terry, and it's Terry with a Y, not Terry with an I, and her last name is Thompson, as in double T. So double T, good evening and welcome to the Business Power Hour.
Good evening, Norm. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Actually,
Yes.
You're in a different seat tonight. A little while ago, not a little while ago, but a couple of weeks back, Lisa was away on a trip, and
Yeah.
you were kind enough to fill in as the co-host, and you did a great job. You
It was fun.
You did such a good job. We had to ask you to come and be a guest.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Thanks for filling my seat and keeping it warm while I was away.
It was not an easy job, let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
Your seat is not an easy one to fill.
Well, she keeps it very cold. You know, she keeps it cold, her seat.
Yeah, I got to keep him in line.
That's right. You gotta watch out for me. So Terry, you live in Arkansas, but you're not in Arkansas tonight. You happen to be in California, right?
Yep, I flew into Southern California this morning.
All right. Was it business, personal?
It's a little of both. It's mostly personal, but I'll mix a little business with it.
Well, you're a business kind of lady, and you got a great product that you could really talk to anybody about at any time. So the name of your company is called Blue Jeans and Berries. I don't know where you got that name from, but it's a great name. It's not something that you can forget. So how'd you come up with that?
You know, it's a funny story because I had no idea how to brand myself, and I was brainstorming with some other business owners one evening. We were having just a brainstorming session, and it came down to, what am I about? And I want health to be comfortable. And for me, I am most comfortable in my blue jeans. And
Me too.
So that's how it came about. Is blue jeans to me is comfort and easy, and I want healthy to be comfortable and easy for people.
Ah, well done.
Blue jeans and berries.
And how long have you had this business?
I have been in this business for 12 plus years.
12 plus years.
12 and a half years, yeah.
So being that it's 12 plus years, you had to do a few things to start your business life off, right?
I had to do a lot over the years.
Did you always live in Arkansas, or you lived in California? Yeah. You said you grew up in California?
I grew up in California, started my business in California, moved to Long Island, took my business with me, and then moved to Arkansas 4 years ago.
How does anybody move to Arkansas? Not that it's not a nice place. So if you're from Arkansas, and don't get pissed at me, I'm just asking a question. You're in California. It's a hustle and bustle kind of town. Then you go to another hustle and bustle place, being New York. I guess you were in Long Island? Is that right?
Where were you on Long Island?
I was on South Shore in Babylon Village.
Well, that's about
Babylon.
That's about 10 minutes from me.
Yep. And
Right.
we were in Deer Park for many years, and we would go down to Babylon for the coffee.
Babylon is such
Babylon
a
being-
wonderful town.
Yep.
Now, they have resurrected it.
Yeah.
It is great restaurants, great activity, theater, everything there. Okay, so you were in West Babylon, and then you said, oh boy, let's go to Arkansas. So explain that one.
It came down to thinking about, where did I want to live my retirement years? And it didn't make sense to stay in Babylon where the property taxes were.
It's sick.
Another income.
Yeah, it's equivalent to a mortgage payment. And my oldest daughter lived in Arkansas, and my grandkids are in Arkansas.
Oh, so that's perfect.
It made sense for me to move where the kids were.
Okay,
Awesome.
so back in the day, your first job out of school, what did you do?
My first job out of school was actually, I went right out of school into the insurance industry. I started as a receptionist for the Automobile Club of Southern California. Worked for them for 25 years.
25
Wow.
years in insurance?
Yep.
Oh,
How'd you make that? How'd you survive that?
Well, when I left the insurance industry, it was because I was burned out. After 25 years, I was in the claims industry, and after 25 years, I'd moved up the ladder, had
Yep.
numerous different positions. I just burned out, and I wanted control of my time, and I decided I wanted to become self-employed. I was tired of having to answer to somebody else for my time and having to have vacations approved, having 6 weeks of vacation every year, but not being able to take more than a week at a time. I didn't like that. So, now I have the freedom to travel. I'm here in California for 2 weeks. I
Nice.
couldn't have done that when I had a corporate job.
no. I don't ever remember taking a 2-week vacation. I've taken 11 or 12 days, which is close enough, but I've never had the availability to do 14 days.
Yeah,
That must be
That's
great. Lisa does it all the time, and she just
I do. I was in
disappears.
Italy for 2 weeks.
I'm
I'm
telling-
going
she
to
don't care.
Jamaica in the fall.
She
I'm
doesn't. She
going
doesn't care because
to
you can take
Michigan.
her place. She comes. She knows the seat's warm, cold, whatever.
Yep. But I can also work remotely much of the time. I'm always checking with my clients. So long as I have a Wi-Fi connection, I'm good to go.
You are. Didn't
Yeah,
you do something
exactly.
with blinds and curtains and?
I did. After I left the insurance industry, I became self-employed as a subcontractor. I was selling window coverings, and I did that for 12 years. And I actually liked that. I don't like sales I don't like sales. I'm not a salesperson, but I loved being able to go into people's homes and help them decorate. And every day was different. I was in a different home, meeting different people every day, and absolutely loved it. I was in control of my schedule and in control of my pay at the same time to a certain extent. Now,
Nice.
when you're self-employed and you're working on a commission only, when you take time off, you don't make money.
Absolutely.
That's the limiting
And
factor.
yeah, so that was kind of one of the downfalls. And then the housing crisis when the mortgage industry,
Implemented.
I
That had to
found-
hurt.
oh, that hurt big time. That wiped me out. It took 3 years for me to be totally bankrupt after that. And
Well, not just you. A lot of people got buried.
Yeah,
yeah,
there were
They got
plenty of
buried.
us on that boat.
Yep.
yeah, it was a bad time. It was a bad time. It was quite a struggle for me. It was a struggle. It was
Yep.
trying to figure out how to make an income and provide for my kids as a single mom, being responsible for your mortgage payment, your car payment, the kids' extracurricular activities, and all of a sudden your income that you were used to just evaporated overnight. It literally stopped overnight. It was crazy.
Wow.
But out of the rubble comes something good.
So then, what
Yeah.
did you do after the curtains and blinds?
After the curtains and blinds, well, while I was struggling through that, I did several different things. I got my insurance license and did health and life insurance for a year. Absolutely hated that. And I started cleaning houses on the side. I started cleaning vacation homes to make cash to put gas in my car so I could go run appointments. And I started selling my sewing and craft items on Etsy. I was doing everything I could to make an income.
What kind of craft
then I-
items were you doing?
I do a lot of needlecraft. I sew, quilt, crochet, things that keep me out of trouble. Keep my hands occupied and keep me out of trouble.
Okay, that's good.
And so during that path of selling everything on SD and working jobs to make ends meet, where did your current business come into play?
So during that time, first off, during that time, I was under the most stress I'd ever had financially. My health was falling apart, and then my mother got diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Ah,
And that was a pivot point for me because when we got her diagnosis and her prognosis, she made a comment when I was sitting with her and my dad at the oncologist's office, and he gave her prognosis, and she looked at him and said, "My mother was 72 when she died, and I'm going to be 72 when I die." And that was a fact. She was 71, her birthday was just a couple months away. And it had me going home and hitting Google. I got on Google because I wanted to know, okay, what's this cancer that she has? I'd never heard of it before. Then I started researching the cancer that my grandmother had. And the more I researched, the more I found that nutrition played a major role in their illnesses. And what they were consuming on a daily basis triggered their cancers. And that got me on a path of looking for answers. And I basically stumbled into whole food nutrition.
Well, what were they eating? What were they eating that put them in that position?
Artificial sweeteners. My grandmother used saccharin during the 70s. She'd put these little saccharin pills in her coffee all day long. Saccharin was promoted as a healthy alternative to sugar. My mother drank Crystal Light on a regular basis, and she ate a very plant-poor diet. Her diet consisted of mostly processed foods. So, and what I learned over the time is we had warnings with her. She had rosacea, and then she had IBS, and then the cancer. And what I've learned since then is this is a progression that happens with people. You start with one autoimmune issue, and then you get another one, and it's your body's warning you that you need to make some changes.
The IBS is a big warning.
Yes.
It is a big warning, but we didn't know. We didn't know. And I really think that if my mother knew better, if my grandmother knew better, they would have had a longer life. They would have had a better quality of life. And that's really what I'm all about today, is helping people understand that what we're putting in our body on a daily basis is either going to harm us or it's going to help us. So, when we know better, we do better. It's really, I think, that simple.
I'm a little bit guilty on something that you just said. I don't use regular sugar, and I do use Sweet and Low.
Ooh.
And I've been using Sweet and Low for a real long, but thank God I'm in pretty good shape. I do go for checkups. I mean, I eat my veggies and my fruits. All right, so we can continue this conversation, so you won't yell at me.
We can continue it. I would tell you right away to throw those little pink packets away. The little pink packets and the little blue packets have no place in your body.
I am addicted to those. The taste that I get in my coffee, I am so used to. I've tried the little yellow packet, and I've tried the little...
stevia.
Yeah,
There's stevia.
I've been there, done that. I can't get it to that sweetness level that one packet of Sweet and Low goes and gives me. But there is look, I'm not an idiot. I know why they took it off the restaurants. And they took it out of the sugar dispenser. So there's obviously a reason for they do it. But
you're really you're better off using regular sugar than you are using.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. So, I mean, I'm guilty for that. By the way, speaking of being guilty, I am guilty because I didn't give off our phone number tonight. If you want to call in and ask Terry with an I a couple of questions or something you got on your mind, it's 631-987-8477, 631-987-8477. Okay, so we found out about that, and you were researching the cancers. You found out the things. Did Mom stay around for a while? What was the story?
No, my mother passed away exactly when they told her she would. They gave her 6 months, and she lived for 6 months, and her quality of life for 5 of those 6 months was very poor.
That sucked.
Yeah, it was not cancer is not a pretty disease. It can take somebody that's vital and healthy one day and literally overnight incapacitate them.
Now, was she going through chemo and radiation, or were they just?
She did some. She had glioblastoma multiforme. It is incurable. So
yeah, it is.
They did a brain surgery to try to reduce her tumor, which gave her. She regained a little bit of mobility for a few weeks. She lost mobility in half her body overnight. I mean, literally overnight. Yeah. She got up in the middle of the night and all of a sudden came out of the bathroom and couldn't walk. They did chemo, they did radiation, and to be honest, I think that really took away some of the quality of life.
Yep, it advances your
It,
disease more quickly, or
yeah,
the side effects do.
the side effect, yeah.
Yep.
It takes away your quality. I mean, she was able to gain a few weeks where she was able to do a couple of things that she wanted to do, but she never was able to have her life back. Her life was never normal after that.
Right.
So
I come
did
from
did
the
you
industry, so I
did
know.
you change your eating habits as well at the same time when when you're finding this out?
Absolutely. Now, I had already been eating much different than my mother. I myself am a cancer survivor. I had cancer when I was 17,
How
and
old?
17.
Ooh.
I had a very rare form of cancer. I made medical history. I'm actually in the tumor registries. Um, but it gave me a different outlook. And so I always ate a little bit differently. I ate more healthy, but there were things in my diet that weren't that I thought were. Like I drank a Diet Pepsi every day, but I ate a lot of plants and I ate a lot of home cooked meals and limited the processed foods. After I started learning, I stopped with the Diet Pepsi and I cut out highly processed foods from my diet entirely. I don't eat processed foods. I say highly processed. There's some things that are processed that you can still eat that are healthy, but highly processed foods can consist of what most Americans are eating today. The majority of our diets are highly processed.
Right. The fast foods and the quick meals, anything in
Fast
a
food,
box, anything in the
right,
center of the grocery store.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, is
So
that really a fact?
it is a
Yes.
fact.
I
It
didn't,
is.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Well, I know
You need to
dairy's on
shop
one
the
side and
edges.
produce is on the other
Yep.
side.
When you shop
Meats in
the
the middle.
edges, yep. When you
The only
shop,
thing you really need from the middle of the aisles would be maybe be canned beans and tomatoes. Those
or,
are really
or your
those
coffee.
coffee, coffee and tea. I do go down the tea aisle, and I do like to keep canned beans on hand for convenience.
Yep.
Tomatoes are okay, but
Yep.
your cereals, all this stuff that comes in a box. Think about what was on the grocery store shelves 80 years ago.
None of
Over
that.
80% of that stuff that we see in our market today was not there.
Right.
So
And
we're eating fake food.
yep. And when they say food product, it's not food.
It's not food. If it was
Yep.
made in a factory, it really wasn't meant for your body.
You mean like
It's,
every box
I
of cereal?
don't eat cereal. I don't eat. I haven't eaten cereal in years now. I don't eat cereal except
Yep.
for oats. I buy oats and I throw those in smoothies. Occasionally I'll have a bowl of oatmeal because if I want a comfort food, I'll make oatmeal. But that's it. I don't buy any cereal.
All right, so we're going to hold that for a second, and let's give off how people can get in touch with you.
They
What's
can
your,
reach out to me.
please?
They okay. Sorry. They can reach out to me at 501-798-7051. You can text, you can call. Again, it's 501-798-7051.
Now let's give them the reason that that they should be calling you and talking about your business. Let's jump into it right now. So we've gone past the fact that mom passed away. Again, we're sorry. You learned a little bit more about the correct way of eating. You stopped eating the packaged stuff and all that garbage that's no good for you, which I love. Okay, so now let's get into the blue jeans and berries. Let's discuss the berries because that tastes a lot better than blue jeans taste. Right?
Berries, berries are power food.
So how did you start this business and talk to us about it?
Yeah. Give
Well,
us that story.
Yeah, it started when, as I was looking for answers, I knew I needed to get more plants into my body, and I was eating pretty healthy. I was eating a salad every day, and eating veggies at night. But I knew we needed more than what I was eating, and so I wanted to start juicing. And I was looking into starting to juice, and I was invited to a luncheon, and it was being sponsored by a company called Juice Plus. I had never heard of them, and I immediately thought, oh, I'm going to go learn about a juicing machine and what to put in the juicing machine. I went to that lecture and found out that they weren't talking about juicing or a juicing machine. They were talking about going a step beyond that, and they had already taken all the produce and put it into capsule and soft chew form. So it was a way to deliver the nutrition from 30 different plants into my body every single day. Made sense to me, and then I found out it was a franchise opportunity, so I partnered up with them, and that's when I started my business. And it's really about helping people understand what they can do to improve their health. So I help people with one step at a time. It's, most people aren't ready to just completely overhaul their eating habits. So I help them with one thing at a time. We work slowly, and we do build sustainable changes so that we can improve the health for the long run.
Now, is this a powder, or is this actually you're going to squeeze the juices? What kind of juice is this?
It is actually, it's a powder that's been either encapsulated or put into a soft chew form. And the reason that it's encapsulated is a loose powder will degrade. You're going to lose your nutrition when it's exposed to air and light. So when we encapsulate it, we're sealing off the air and we're keeping it out of light. We're putting it into an opaque bottle, into a white bottle, so it's not exposed to light. So we can preserve the nutrients and not lose the potency of what we want to deliver to our body.
I love juice, okay, particularly citrus. I'm a citrus guy. I really enjoy all types of citrus fruits. I cannot see eating an orange in a capsule. That doesn't work. Actually, I will have 2 oranges before I go to sleep at night. And I don't peel them. I cut them, and then I suck the daylights out of it. I get all the meat, all the guts out of it, and it's cold and it's juicy and it tastes great. I can't see a pill satisfying me like the way that a citrus fruit does.
Now, when you're eating that orange, Norman, are you eating the rind? Are you eating the peel?
No, I'm not eating the rind. No.
There's more vitamin C in the peel than there is in the orange itself. So we take the entire orange, including the peel, and we grind it up. So you have all of that. And it's not meant to replace what you're eating. It's meant to help add to what you're eating. Because bottom line is, we're not eating enough fruits and vegetables. And that's just a fact. We're just not eating enough of them.
So your product is enhancing what our daily requirement should be meeting.
Absolutely. If you struggle to eat 7 or more servings a day of fruits and vegetables, is the minimum requirement. 10 a day will keep your immune system healthy. 14 or more if you exercise, if you're pregnant, or if you have a compromised immune system.
Now you'll know it. You'll know what the name of this is. It's everywhere you turn on TV, they advertise these vegetable gummies and or pills or capsules. The same thing with fruit. And people seem to be buying them like crazy. I've heard no negativity about it. Do you remember the name of it? Or maybe you don't want to say the name of it, but
you know the name, and I'm not going to mention that because they just got hit with a big fine for false advertising. They're not us. They don't have the same ingredients. They don't have the research behind their products. We have over 45 public publications in medical journals on research that's been done over the last 20 plus years. So we know what it can do in the body. We know that we're actually putting the phytonutrition from the produce into the body, and we're getting good results. It's affecting every cell in the body. So people are becoming aware that they need more fruits and vegetables, and that's why that particular company is doing well.
Very well.
They're these ads everywhere.
Well, do you guys advertise on TV or radio or anything?
No, we did. Recently, we started a very small advertising campaign, and it was just on some select, it was a 12-week campaign. It was just on some select channels. But we typically don't advertise because it's about education with us.
Yeah, well, who's promoting it? I'm that guy. I gave myself a new name. Actually, Mike is pushing the name for me. From NRG. By the way, we are all NRG members. So, Mike, if you're listening, I said it again. I'm like the awareness guy. I want people can't deal with you if they don't know you. They can't buy your product if they don't know you. To me, you're keeping it a secret. Show me I'm wrong.
No, it's people like me that have to talk to people about it and get the word out. And it's a matter of educating people, because you can go into a GNC and buy something off a shelf and not know what you're buying.
Right.
We don't want people purchasing our product and not knowing the value of what they're putting in their body, or not knowing what it's going to do for them.
But if you're the only person, when I say person, if the salespeople or the people with the franchise are the only, if you're the only guys promoting your product, I'm not going to know about it.
Right.
You know, corporate really got to step up and say, by the way, this is what we got. This is how you can go and get it. You know, call your local distributor or whatever and show a nice, colorful, you know, capsule, pill, drink, powder, you know, whatever it is that you're offering.
Well, and I agree with that. And that's why we have started, they just started advertising. I want to say it was in March when we started our advertising campaign. So now you will see advertisements, especially social media. You'll see them on Instagram and Facebook. You'll see them on several of the like Discovery Channel, cooking channels, and that type of thing. You're not going to hear us on radio ads, and you're not going to see us in magazines unless there's an article attached to it. There has been, you know, magazine article write-ups.
I think you guys should become a commercial on the Business Power Hour, and we'll get the word out for you. How's that?
Yeah.
What do you think, Lisa? You like that idea?
I like that idea. Can she get corporate on board with it and get them to pay for it?
I don't know. Maybe
for
she
her?
can get corporate to talk to us, and then maybe we can go and do
There
that.
we
There
go.
you go. Yeah.
Well, interesting fact too is the U.S. Olympic teams that are training in the U.S. are all taking Juice Plus.
Ah, very
Now,
nice.
is there a citrus juice plus? Is there a powder or something? I don't want I like drinking.
Yeah, no,
You know,
there's we don't have a drink. We have fruit, vegetable, berry capsules. We have a very unique omega blend that is a vegan omega blend of omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. It's all plant oils, cold pressed, encapsulated. It's a brand new way of doing it. We're the only ones making that. And the only drinks that we have are plant protein drinks. We have plant protein drink powders that you can mix with water or milk or whatever, or juice, whatever you want, that help increase your protein. We have them for pre-workout, post-workout, and just for a snack or meal replacement.
Now, are all your capsules vegan or okay?
They're all vegan. They're all kosher certified. They're all NSF certified.
Are they gluten free?
They're all gluten free. All of our products are gluten free, and all of them are NSF certified, which means they're certified by an independent company to show that whatever is on the label is actually in the product, and there's nothing in the product that is not on the label.
You definitely need an infomercial.
Yes. Now, give us your number if anyone wants to reach you.
Again, it's 501-798-7051.
One more time.
501-798-7051.
You know, you may or may not believe this, but half the show is already over. So we're not going to go to commercial right yet, because we have so much stuff to talk about.
I mean, we haven't even asked the question about your interesting story that you have to share.
We're going to do that. You have
after.
a couple. I know you have a couple that you can share with us. Just give us one right now, and if we have time, and I don't know if we will, if we have time, we'll go to the others. Go for it.
My favorite story is a friend of mine who came to me who had been on a keto diet to lose weight, and she had hit a plateau. And so I had talked to her about detoxing her body, which would help break that plateau. And the way to detox is to flood your body with phytonutrition from fruits and vegetables. She failed to tell me that she had a surgery that was scheduled for an eye condition. She had a cornea that was separating from her eyeball, and it was very painful. She was waking up every hour on the hour at night and having to put salves and drops in her eyes. Extremely painful. She started taking our fruits and vegetables, And she had a pre-op appointment about 2 weeks after she started taking the products. She went in for her pre-op, and her doctor ended up canceling her surgery because her cornea was reattaching itself.
Wow.
Nutrition, when it gets in the body, it's going to go where it's needed the most first. And that was where her healing needed to happen first. So she ended up breaking her plateau. Weight loss started, kicked back in. But in the meantime, cells in her body started repairing themselves. And it literally saved her vision. And she's a photographer by trade.
Well, that comes in handy.
Yeah. She needs her vision.
It was a big deal, but it was something that I was not even aware was going on in her body because she hadn't told me about that.
Interesting.
And that's just one of my favorite stories because it's.
Well, you're going to save some of the others, hopefully, for the end
We
of the
can get
show.
to
But
them.
we got
Yep.
a hell of a lot
We got to
more
pay our
do
bills
this.
now, though. Huh.
Excuse me. One question before we go paying our bills. Can you service the world? Is it just the United States? Is it Canada?
I can service the United States, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico. We're in 27 countries right now.
27
So-
countries. Gotcha.
7 countries, yes.
What's the sales volume of the company? How big are you?
We are the largest nutraceutical company in the world.
Are you a division of another company, or are you wholly owned? What's the story?
The company is Juice Plus. We have 2 divisions. We have Juice Plus and we have Tower Garden. And it's Juice Plus here in the United States. It's Juice Plus in the UK. It's Juice Plus in Canada. It's Juice Plus in Mexico. It's all one company. We do have different facilities in different companies because that makes shipping much easier. We're not having to
Right.
but we are in 20, I believe we're in 27 countries right now.
Wow.
Very
And still
cool.
growing.
And you
Still
don't. You have an unlimited territory, I would assume.
We have no territories. I have
Exactly.
unlimited. Yeah, there's no territory.
Well, I have to open up now the pay the bill box.
Yes.
That's a pill that we have to take once a month when I got to pay the bill, for this place and such.
That's that pill that's hard to swallow, I know.
Yeah. So we're going to take about 2 minutes, and we're going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with Terry Thompson. Stay tuned. Hi, everybody. My name is Norman Wasserman, and next to me is Lisa Rodino. Lisa and I host a TV podcast show called The Business Power Hour with Lisa and the Music Man.
So what does the Business Power Hour do? We are here to talk about you and your business. We will put you on air for 1 hour to highlight your business in front of thousands of viewers worldwide, helping you generate more leads to grow your business.
And we do this every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. right here. What are you doing?
I'm keeping you on point. My name is Lisa Rodino. I am a commercial loan advisor and broker. Have you been finding that your business's cash flow is not where you need it to be? Have you found yourself taking from your personal accounts to meet your business's obligations? Have you found that those quick solutions of quick money are starting to get awfully expensive? My job is to find the right funding products for my clients so they can get back to working in their business and give me the task of finding the best options for their situation. Give us a call today to learn more. 516-268-0350.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friend Entertainment USA. My name is Norman Wasserman. I am also known as the Music Man. Let me just tell you a little bit about Friend Entertainment. We put on concerts for charities, and we do that everywhere from New York to Las Vegas. We do R&B, Motown, rock and roll, jazz, whatever it is that you wish. Friend Entertainment will deliver the best of the best for you and your charity. Here are some of the names of the talent that have performed with us on our stage. Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner, The Temptations, Earth, Wind and Fire, the one and only ELO, Elton John himself, Kool and the Gang, and the fabulous Donna Summer. Go to our website, friendentusa.com. That's www.friendentusa.com, or feel free to call us at 631-698-9696. 631-698-9696, and we'll see you at the next show. Okay, welcome back to the Business Power Hour with Lisa and the Music Man and our special guest, Terry Johnson of what the heck's this called? Blue Jeans and Berries. Did you ever get blue jeans on your berries on your blue jeans?
Occasionally I do.
I like berries.
What do you do?
What's your favorite berry?
Oh, I don't really have, well, strawberries when they're in season, but I love raspberries and blackberries and blueberries.
I like
all
blueberries.
berries.
I like blueberries and sour cream.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh.
that.
Also cottage cheese, pineapple, cottage cheese, and blueberries.
Berries are very good for your cardiovascular system, so keep eating them.
What's the
Yeah.
best kind of berry to eat all in? What's the best berry?
There is no best. Blueberries, I would say, are probably your best bet to eat on a daily basis to help your cardiovascular system. Elderberries are good for your immune function. Strawberries are good for your immune system. They're high in vitamin C. All berries are good for you, but blueberries, I would say, are probably something that you should have every day.
How
How about
long
you?
did it take you to learn and study all this stuff?
I've been studying this for 12 years and I won't stop. I learn.
Oh, it changes all the time.
I dedicate part of my day every day to learn.
I started something, Lisa and I started something a couple of weeks back, and it's proven to be a great sales tool. And after using it, I kind of like incorporated it into the program. And we're going to do it with you right now. And what it is that we're going to do is we're going to show your website. See, a lot of people will go to your website and they'll say, oh, it looks so pretty. You know, you got all these fruits and vegetables and it looks really, really great. That's great. But we want you to explain it. So we're going to ask Dylan, our famous tech who's sitting behind the black screen, and he's going to start off little by little, going page by page. So, and you're going to describe, Terry, what it is that we're looking at and what everything means. All right? So you go for it. Go ahead.
Gotcha.
Can you see anything or you can't?
I see nothing.
You can see nothing. How come she cannot see anything?
She won't be able to see it. She could pull it up on her computer.
Okay, you know what? That's a good idea. Can you put it up on your computer, Terry?
Okay, give me 1 second here.
You got it.
And while you're working on bringing that up, do you have any events coming up?
Just had a good one today. We have events continuously, so I like people to reach out to me. This is a little slow loading right now. There we go.
Okay, so now we're welcome. It says welcome, correct?
Okay, hold on. Let me do a share here. You're not seeing my website?
Yeah, we are.
No.
We're looking right at it.
They're looking at it back in the studio, but we're just going to have you go over each page as you tell us what page you're on. The team will put it up.
All right, so right now we're looking at fruits and vegetables, a beautiful picture of all the greens and stuff. So the next...
So that's the home page.
Okay, so now it says welcome friends. So and there you are with a little speech that you had taped. So we're going to skip over that and explain to us what's on that page.
On this page is just a brief introduction of who I am and some of the services I provide, which are family nutrition, gut health and a gentle detox, weight management, health coaching, label reading and recipe overhauls, and aeroponic gardening, which we haven't even touched on that yet.
By the way, I love the lavender color. It looks really nice.
I picked those colors, and my web designer absolutely had a blast working on my website.
Oh, that was great. All right, so now you have about 6 different categories with pictures on the top. Because I can't see it too well either from where I am. Start on the left and tell us what that is saying and what it means.
As far as the services we provide?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. So family nutrition, nutrition basically from pregnancy all the way through geriatric. We, helping pregnant moms have healthy babies, helping the babies and the children thrive, all the way up to the geriatric community. We all need better nutrition. So working with families, I work with families one-on-one, help them improve their immune function, help them experience fewer sick days, and just help them thrive with health.
So tell us about the weight management program. That must be a big hit, right?
Management is we don't count calories. I don't help people count calories or carbs or anything like that. I focus on adding more whole food nutrition to their diet, more real food, more fruits, vegetables, replacing, swapping out some of their unhealthy foods with healthier options.
Terry,
When
do you have a recipe page?
I do, absolutely.
Oh, well, we'll get there. Let's finish up with this page. I'm sorry.
Okay, so basically, it's helping people manage their weight in a healthy way. It's eliminating the things that are causing toxins to build up in the body. When you're carrying toxins in your body, the toxins cause your body to hold on to fat. Fat has a purpose, and it is going to be there to protect your internal organs from the toxic load. So I help people reduce those toxins, eliminate those toxins. They can either do it through a detox, they could do it through a gut health program, or they could do it slowly, one change at a time, just swapping out foods that are harming them with foods that will help them. Again, no counting calories, no weighing foods. We eat till we're full and satisfied, but we're not eating garbage. We're not eating out of the box. We're eating out of the produce aisle.
Well,
Or we're eating out of our garden.
don't all these fruits and vegetables disturb your bowel movements?
No, it might at the very beginning. If you are eating a very low fiber diet, your first week or two, you might experience a little bloating, a little gassiness. It will pass. Literally, it will pass. It'll pass, and your body will adjust to the fiber. You need fiber in your diet. Fiber helps prevent cancer. It helps prevent, especially colon cancer.
Right.
So eating enough fiber, we're not eating enough fiber. Most Americans aren't eating enough fiber. And when somebody comes to me and within their first few days and they tell me they're bloated or they're gassy, that's telling me that they were not getting enough fiber to begin with. Now they're getting adequate fiber, and it may take their body a little bit of time to adjust. But your body will adjust to it, and that problem goes away. It doesn't last forever.
Gotcha. Well, let's
you gotta
go
work
to
through it.
the next category.
Health coaching is really just about helping people recognize the lifestyle changes and the diet changes they need to make to get to their health goals. It could be somebody that has high blood pressure and they want to get off their blood pressure medications. So we're making changes in their diet to help with that. It could be somebody like me that wants to prevent the cancer diagnosis. It's helping them learn and helping them make the changes and kind of being their champion and their cheerleader along the way. I'll go as far as checking in with somebody daily. I'll send text messages daily to remind people to stay on track. So it's holding people's hand. Health coaching really is holding their hand and helping them learn to make the changes they need to make.
Oh,
for
that's what a
healthier
coach
life.
does, and that's why you're good at what you do. Okay, which one's next?
Label reading and recipe overhaul.
All right, let's do it.
I love this. People tend to pick things up off the shelf in the grocery store, and they read what's on the front of the package, and they never turn it around and read the ingredient label. So I like to help people decipher what's in those, what those ingredients mean, and what to avoid, and what to look for when they're purchasing off the grocery store shelves.
Go up more.
Recipe overhaul. That's really simple. Taking good recipes and overhauling them to make
Let's
them
make sure
healthier.
we're on that page. Dylan, are we on recipe overall?
Yes, she's just reading the middle guy.
It's from the front page.
Okay, thank
We're
you.
still on the front page, yeah.
Yep.
Again, I'm sorry, Terry.
Oh, that's okay. So the recipe overhaul really is just taking favorite good recipes, recipes that people enjoy, but making them healthier, tweaking them a little bit, swapping ingredients out to make them healthier. And then the final thing on there is the aeroponic garden, and that's something that I'm very passionate about. I've been growing aeroponically now for 11 years. Absolutely love it. It enables people to grow their own food indoors or out with absolutely no soil and no garden experience needed. So I help people establish their gardens. I coach them through, helping them get them going. And like health coaching, it's another way that I just connect with people daily and see, how's your garden growing today, and help troubleshoot if they have a problem or a question.
Now
Help
you sell this garden to schools and so on, right?
absolutely schools, retirement homes, fire departments. We just got one of my business partners just got a contract with the San Diego Fire Department. We're putting 120 tower gardens, 2 tower gardens in every fire station in San Diego County.
It's great. How much does a garden cost?
Your garden's going to start at $650 up to about $1,200, depending on the setup that you want. And the beautiful thing is you don't have to pay for it all at once. You can pay for it over 12 months, no interest, and no credit check.
Well, if I'm going to spend $1,200 on an inside garden, you got to cook it for me.
There you go. So back to some of the questions. So what is one thing that you can do to improve the risk of all diseases?
The one thing you can do is shop the outside aisles of your grocery store. Quit eating out of a box. Quit eating those boxed foods. That would be probably my biggest recommendation to everybody is stop lining the pockets of these food companies that are altering what we're eating and start getting back to nature. Eat as close to nature as you can. If it's grown and you're eating it in as close to its natural state as possible, you're going to be healthier. And that even goes as far as your meats. I've switched my meat buying habits. I buy now from my local farmers. I'm avoiding those meats that are pumped full of hormones and antibiotics and who knows what else.
Living in Arkansas, I guess you can get there's a lot of farming, right?
Yeah.
And there are ranches and farms, and you can buy this. It's kind of like tough going in downtown Holbrook, and and going to pick up certain things that you can get like on a farm,
Right.
or on a ranch.
That's where a tower garden would come in handy, because you can grow towers in the inner city. We've got them growing in the Bronx. We've got them growing all over in New York City. Ranching, that's a whole nother thing. Everyone, I think, has access these days. There's companies that will ship meat
To home, yeah.
to home. So there is access to it. I've been known to buy from Misfits. That's one of my favorite places to buy from.
Mhm.
When I don't have, especially during the wintertime, we don't get a lot of vegetables growing in the wintertime.
Right.
In Arkansas, I'm growing salad greens, but I'm not growing all the other veggies that I want to eat. So Misfits is one of my favorites. That I can get organic vegetables. They're from local sourced farms.
Right.
Mine are actually coming from Texas. Yeah.
So what's the best way for someone to reach you?
Either call me at 501-798-7051. And I would also like to point out, if they visit my website, there is a button on there that they can book a free 30-minute appointment with me.
Well, that's
And I will meet
important.
them on Zoom, and we can talk about whatever health concerns they have. So they just have to go to bluejeansandberries.com and book a time with me.
Let me ask you a question, because we were talking about the garden. What happens if I don't have enough sunlight? How does that work?
We have full spectrum LED lights that you can put on them. I'm growing in my dining room with LED lights. That's my salad garden. So I grow all my lettuce greens and all my herbs indoors. I do that year round. It doesn't matter what the weather is. It doesn't matter how much sunlight there is. I've got these lights. Everything's on a timer. It's a plug and play system. I mean, it literally plug and play. Everything's on a timer. Everything's automatic. All you have to do is watch it grow and cut your veggies off. Eat your veggies.
Nice. So what lifestyle habits do you help people focus on?
I help them focus on not just their diet, but I help them focus on reducing their stress, managing their stress, hydration. Hydration is huge. Movement, getting enough movement every day, at least 30 minutes of movement. And I'm not talking you have to go to the gym and work out, just getting a little bit more physical every day. And sleep. Sleep is another thing that we are depriving ourselves of. And if we're not getting adequate sleep, we're not allowing our bodies to do the repairs that it needs to do at night. So helping people understand, what good sleep looks like, and even when to stop eating, not eating a certain time before going to bed, so your body can actually restore itself while you're sleeping instead of digesting your food.
What is the number one product that your company has?
Our core product are our fruit, vegetable, and berry blends. That's our core product line. That's what we sell the most of. That is essential to everybody on this earth. And the beautiful thing is we have a Healthy Start program where any adult taking our fruit and vegetable capsules can sponsor a child between the ages of 4 and 25 to get free fruits and vegetables until they turn 25. We used to have a 3-year time limit on it, and now it's from the ages of 4 to 25, so they can literally get 21 years of free fruits and vegetables.
Is this
That's how committed they are.
Is this a costly product? Are your products expensive?
Not at all. Not at all. A family, a family of 4 can start on fruits and vegetables for $100 a month for a family of 4.
And how many of these pills or capsules or whatever they are do you take a day?
For an adult, you're going to take 2 of each variety. For a child under the 12 or under, they're going to take 1 of each.
So how many varieties are there? In other words, what exactly are you referring to?
We have a fruit blend and a vegetable blend.
So those are 2 separate, and they're $100 or so each?
Those two go together.
And that's
They're
$100
That's $50
each.
$50 for the fruits and vegetables together, combined. Those go together. They're married. They can't be
Got
separated.
it. They're in a relationship.
They're in a relationship.
They're tied together.
They work in synergy together. You need them both. They go together. It's $50 a month for the fruits and vegetables. You can get a child sponsored in there for free. So mom and daughter, dad and son, 2 people can get that for $50 a month. Then we have our berry blend. I recommend the berry blend to anybody over the age of 30. And then we have our omega blend. So we have actually 4 different types of capsules. But they come in, it's 3 options.
So if I want to order this, do I get in touch with you, or do I go online in order to do it?
You get in touch with me. You can go to my website and do that, but I prefer to talk to people directly because I want to make sure you're going to.
Well, you just talked to me, so I've had you here for an hour. So I want the fruits and vegetables, and I want a vegetable and I want a fruit. Okay, so we will talk tomorrow. I will pay for it, and you will send it to me.
Right.
How's
exactly.
that? So you made a sale right away. Wasn't this worthwhile?
There we go.
And now I have another question for you. Why do you recommend Juice Plus instead of just multivitamins?
Multivitamins have been proven to not be effective. Number one, there's been a couple of studies done on them, and over the last 10 years, the research that's coming in shows that they can actually cause more harm than good. They've stopped studies before they finished them because cancer rates were going up on people that were taking multivitamins.
Mm-hmm.
They're not effective. Now, that's not saying that all vitamins are not effective. Sometimes you need to do supplementation on an as-needed basis, but it's not going to be a multivitamin. It's going to be vitamin D. It's going to be maybe zinc or iron. It's going to be something specific that you're lacking. Mm-hmm. A multivitamin as a whole is ineffective. Most of it's flushed out in your urine. If you take a vitamin and you notice afterwards that your urine is a fluorescent color, it's a brighter yellow, that's telling you that you're flushing out most of that. Your body doesn't know what to do with these isolated and fractionated vitamins. Your body knows what to do with food. When you take food in, and Juice Plus, when your body is taking in Juice Plus, it's powdered food. If you think of it as Jetson food, it's powdered food. It goes in your body, and your body says, oh, I just ate broccoli and kale and oranges and cranberries and acerola cherries and all this good stuff, and it knows what to do with that nutrition, and it sends it to the cells that need it, that are going to use it. You know that carrots are good for your eyes. The beta carotene is good for your eyes. Every piece of produce has tens of thousands of phytonutrients in them, and they're all designed to do different things in our body. Multivitamins only have a handful of isolated vitamins. They're not effective. They're just, I took them for years. I took multivitamins for years, and I took good quality ones. They didn't help me. I still suffered with migraines and inflammation and arthritis and acid reflux and all of that. It wasn't until I added the whole food nutrition that those symptoms, all those things went away. Your body can heal itself if it's given the nutrition it needs.
And all of these ingredients are freeze dried, so they're not heated. Their nutrition is not
Their nutrition
extracted.
is not. It's what they're doing. It is the entire process is. What do they call that? I lost the word for that. They take the produce. It's mashed up, and then it is dried at a low temperature using air. They don't apply heat to it.
It's air dried.
It's air dried, and they remove the sugar and they remove the fiber from it. Some of the fiber. There's still fiber, and they use it.
What do they taste like?
I don't know.
Do you chew it or do you swallow it?
I swallow them whole. Now the soft chews are good. The soft chews they make for the kids, I like those for snacks because they taste good. They taste like a little fruit snack.
I would probably like the chews also.
The chews are good. I like them, but I use the capsules on a daily basis because that's an easy habit.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
Swallowing capsules is a good easy habit.
So they both come in capsule form as well as chews, and what other?
Yeah, the fruit, vegetables, and berries come in either a capsule form or a soft chew. The omegas only come in a capsule because they are an oil. It's a cold pressed oil, but the powders can be put either into a capsule or it can be put into a soft chew. So you can get fruit, vegetables, and berries in soft chews. The berry soft chews, they taste almost like wine. they're good.
I like that.
Yeah, we like wine.
The fruit ones remind me of Hawaiian Punch. Back from when I was growing up, my mother always had
I loved Hawaiian Punch. That was the best.
I love that.
That was definitely in the center of the supermarket.
Yes.
Yes, that is.
I love drinking that stuff. Even if you can.
Hawaiian Punch was. I don't know of anybody out there.
Who'd give you a Hawaiian Punch, right?
That was that was a very funny commercial, but
Yes.
it was such a great drink. It really was. It was terrific. Definitely childhood. Back to my childhood with that.
Yep.
I grew up drinking that stuff. Not that I would recommend that to people today.
I would drink
they
it
still
today
have
too. I would
Kool-Aid on the shelves.
sneak a can in one way or the other.
Yep. Hey, Norman, it's almost the top of the hour.
I don't believe what time. Oh, holy, look at that! You're going to pay overtime.
Yeah.
We're charging you. We're charging you overtime.
So we're going to have to wrap this up, but one quick minute. What's the number to reach you?
Name of company.
Yes.
And your phone number and your website, your email address, whatever.
Again, I'm Terry Thompson. I'm with BlueJeansandBerries.com, and my phone number is 501-798-7051. And again, if you visit my website, there is a book appointment button on there. Book a 30-minute free Zoom appointment with me, and I would be happy to talk to you about any questions you have on health or on growing your own food.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Terry, for being here tonight. I don't want you to hang up just yet. Just sit, keep your pretty self just right there, and while Lisa and I finish up. But you really did you really know your product.
Oh, yes, she
No,
does.
you really, really know your product, and that's terrific. This is a sample for anyone that's watching. It just so happens that Lisa, Terry, and myself belong to this one networking group called NRG, and it's a national networking group. People from every kind of work discipline and service discipline that you could ever imagine. For perfect example, Lisa, tell everybody what you do.
I am in the alternative lending space, so I find the funding for your business. I'm also working in the employee retention tax credit space. So you can call today and find out what we can do for you.
And Terry, you keep people healthy. You get them started to be healthy. Go ahead.
That's my goal is to help educate people on how to stay healthy and how to live a long, healthy, and vital life.
And what I do is I create awareness for everybody. I create awareness for your business, and I create awareness for your charity by doing concert fundraising shows where I introduce you to people that you will never, ever find who will make donations and participate in your organization. So look at the 3 different things. Now we have over 400 people in NRG networking. If you're interested about joining, you give me a call. I'll answer all your questions. 631-698-9696. If you'd like to be on the Business Power Hour, 631-698-9696. And I look forward to seeing you. And we're going to say goodnight. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
The Business Power Hour with Lisa and the Music Man is sponsored by Media Stations. Create your own media and have your own station. To get started with your own content, call or text 516-448-2066. That's Media Stations in Bohemia, New York.